In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the load test for the backup batteries for the Siemens Desigo fire alarm panel. And just to show you your panel, got your board, got your Siemens Desigo. On your little card here, this is the model FCM 2041-U2. Then on your front here, you got your Siemens fire panel. So for the load test, a short preamble, the NFPA 72 codebook changed. So in the 2016 edition and older, it used to be voltage testing and load testing primarily. And then 2019 code came out and they changed it to so where you have to do a temperature test, a ohmic test, voltage test, and then load test got bumped to 3 years or after 3 years of installation. So you do semi-annual voltage testing, semi-annual ohmic testing, semi-annual ohmic load temperature. Semi-annual ohmic load temperature, and then 3-year test for load testing. So that got bumped. So it used to be semi-annual. So basically what you're looking for is you do a load test of your batteries, and you're looking for the batteries if they are less than 80% capacity. So there's less than 80% juice in the battery, basically. But you do this after 3 years now. So when they've been in service for after 3 years. So you see the install date for these batteries, they say 7/12/24. And right now, as of filming, we're in January of 26. So this is less than 3 years since installation. So technically, I don't have to load test. I would just do my temperature test, I would do my voltage test, and I would do my ohmic test, and that's it. But if this was after 3 years, so if this was after July of 27, I would do the load test. And the load test could supplement for ohmic testing, essentially. But I don't technically have to load test these batteries. I would just do temperature, voltage, and ohmic test. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show you the load test process so you know how to do it. So these are 12-volt, 100-amp batteries. And you need to know this when you do your load test because you're going to be load testing a 100-amp-hour battery. Again, I'm going to test both batteries individually. I have the charging circuit disconnected, so you see I have my leads just hanging off. So I just left the loop in here. So these are two 12-volt batteries looped together for a 24-volt backup power system. So I'm just going to take my meter, put all my leads. If I could find it, there we go. I'm going to power on my meter. Now I already have it set to 100 amps, but my meter I could cycle through, the amperage here. I could do 94 amp, I could do a 90 amp or 89, whatever. But like I said, these are 100 amp, so I got to go all the way to 100 amps and select that. So I'm going to be load testing a 100 amp hour battery. I'm going to hit my test button. Okay, so I have 4 readings here. I have my voltage open, voltage load, my capacitance, and my ohmic test, or my internal resistance test. So I'm just looking for this percent number. This is my capacitance, so it's for my load testing. So I'm at 100%. So these batteries are 100%, so they pass. So I said anything above 80% is passing. If it's below 80%, then you have to replace them, or you recommend for replacement, so they would fail. But this is above. This is at 100%. So these are like fully charged. So these are 100% load test. So for passing. So what I like to do is just do a repeat test, just to make sure my numbers are consistent. And I'm at 100%. So again, these are 100%. So this battery passes. So this battery passes load test, and now I do this one. And for any reason a battery were to fail, you would replace both batteries. So even if one failed, I would recommend replacing both. So put 2 new batteries in, basically. All right, so now my meter's on. So just to show you, so I did this battery. Now I'm gonna do this battery. Turn my meter on. So it's already set to 100 amp. Because again, these are 100 amp hour batteries. So I'm gonna test. and I have 100% capacitance. All right, so this is also at 100%. So we pass here. So again, I'm going to do my retest one more time. So at 100%. There you go, that's probably better. So 100% capacitance. So again, anything above 80% is passing. So both batteries are at 100%. So both batteries pass. So for example, if this one was like 75 and then this one was 85, this one would fail, but I'd replace both. I'd put two new batteries, but they're both at 100%, so they both pass. So again, 2016 edition of the NFPA 72 and older, they used to load test like semi-annually. And then the 2019 edition to present, so NFPA 72 2019 edition, 2022 edition, and 2025 edition all have the same code for testing where it's semi-annual temperature testing, semi-annual voltage testing, semi-annual ohmic testing, and then load test after 3 years of installation. So again, these were only installed in 24, and as of filming, it's 2026. So it's less than 3 years, but I'm just showing for the purposes of this video. This would be done normally after 3 years. But again, you're looking to see if the batteries have less than 80% load. So again, it's just new code changes, and I don't think people are keeping up with it. So I'm trying to make content for more up-to-date codes, basically, and how we test. But anyway, that is how you do the backup battery load test for a Siemens Desigo fire alarm panel.